So today we're going to talk about doing TPN in the home setting. TPN is total parenteral nutrition, which is all of your food IV. Now it's time to get your IV line ready to give yourself your TPN. I'm going to open one of the salines. We've got 2 salines and a heparin. SASH method, saline, administer drug, saline, heparin. But we aren't going to need the other saline and heparin until 12 hours from now when you finish your TPN. So you're going to leave those out for later and not open them right now. I'm going to open the saline. And you recall that your saline syringe has always a little bubble in it. And you have a choice of either the nurse has taught you how to get this bubble out, or the nurse has taught you to give the flush without the bubble. I'm going to go ahead and uncap it and get the bubble out. I'm going to uncap it and put the cap down up. I'm going to hold this straight up, and I'm going to remove by pushing gently. If I have to tap and get little bubbles out, or come back down and make it again, and bring my bubbles all the way to the top till I see that little bit of saline at the top. Then if you need to recap it, you can come down here and recap it and put it down. And then you're going to get ready to flush your IV line. So now we're ready to flush your IV line before you start your TPN. Your IV line has heparin in it, and it's clamped, and you have your green cap or your other type of sterile cap on the end. You remove the cap. You clean with an alcohol, and that's a scrub, the top and all the way around. Throw it away. You pick up your saline, flush, luer locks on. You have to unclamp your IV line. And you slowly flush with that push stop, push stop, push stop, push stop, push stop, push stop, push stop technique. So the next thing I have to do is put the tubing on. I usually leave the syringe attached, and I go get my tubing. So this is the tubing that's already in the pump, and it's ready to be attached to your IV line. Get an alcohol ready if you're ready, and if you have help, people can be doing some of these things with you. You're going to remove your syringe. Alcohol wipe again. Remove the cap of your tubing. This goes on just like your syringe did. Just push and twist. You're still unhooked, you're unclamped from your IV line. This is your tubing that you've clamped with a white clamp. You're going to need to undo the white clamp if you clamped that. The other clamp we talked about is in the pump. You don't need to worry about that. We're going to turn on the pump and be ready to start our TPN. Batteries are full. Here we are at that first window again. Enter to select program. It's the only choice. You hit yes or enter. Enter to select repeat RX or new program, and repeat RX is highlighted in blue, and we're in the TPN mode. We say yes or enter to that. it runs through that program again that the pharmacy has already programmed in the pump. You will never have to program the pump. Pharmacy does it. And you get to this screen, which tells you press run to start, no to review, options, or prime. The prime mode we didn't talk about because I primed manually. We'll talk about that later. Now we're just going to turn the TPN on now and show you how this works. I'm going to press run to start. Now the TPN is running. It always shows the TPN on the side, and we call it scrolling through the program. It's constantly changing. On the window, it's showing you different things that are going on in the program. The rate, the volume TBI to be infused is still 1200. It's telling you constantly what it's doing. And in a few minutes, the screen is going to go dark. But if you touch any of these buttons, it'll light up again. While it's running, if you ever wanted to check to see how your batteries are doing, you can see that number 2 says power check, or POWR check. If I press it right now, it tells me I still have full batteries. The batteries generally last 24 hours in the TPN mode. Once in a while they could last into your next bag tomorrow, but we always send you from the pharmacy enough batteries to change those 2 batteries every day. This is going to continue doing this, and in a few minutes, as I said, this will go dark. Now we're going to talk about how to prime through the pump instead of manually.